Hi everyone, and welcome to another Jurassic Park stream. Look at a nice shiny new product that we're going to play around with for this one. But wait a moment, it's also Transformers! Because this is the second Transformers collaborative effort with Jurassic Park to coincide with the 30th anniversary. And this time we have the Dilophocon, which is a Decepticon, and Autobot JP12, which is an Autobot, as you can tell, transforming respectively into the Dilophosaurus and Dennis Nedry's Jeep. If you have a spin around, you can see a gorgeous render of the Dilophosaurus there. Kind of looks a bit like the Dominion render, but it has the JP colour scheme, which similar to this as well. You see this and you think, oh, that's the Dominion Dilophosaur. They've done that thing again where they're using the modern assets, and it's like, and then you see the colour scheme, and then the Elvis lip curl there, and it's like, oh wait, this is the Jurassic Park Dilophosaur. What's happening? And we have a look around. Nice upside down Jurassic Park logo, as they did on the previous one, and then collaborative with Transformers there. A good look at the figures within. See, I thought that this was going to be... Hey, look, they've done the thing again. Mr. DNA. They've done the thing again. See, I thought this was going to be... I thought what they could have done with the future Transformers Jurassic crossover is to do a re-release of the Dinobots mold from the Kingdom Beast Wars series, and then obviously recolour that into the big one. So you have Muldoon and the big one, and let's just awkwardly get this out of the thump. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Okay. So instantly we get the a representation of the top of the waterfall with the Jeep sat on it, and the Dilophosaur as well, with a head wrapped in tissue paper, because, you know, protection. So, because this is blank cardboard, I'm imagining this is the bits that's supposed to be removed, and this Studio Series type display is supposed to be the one that's left over. So, we'll take a moment and get that sorted. We've also got this nice little box with number 5 and Doc on there that may contain more accessories for us to play around with. So you can slide that out, and look at that, E-stock. Oh, obviously the E-stock. Yeah, nice little crate. You rattle it, and it's got goodies. Excellent. I haven't actually opened this before, so I had no idea what to expect. So we'll get the tape cut and immediately lose its value. So it's a nice mishmash. So we've got the Jurassic logo there, and then inside we've got the Transformers tissue paper. And pull it down. So to see straight away we get JP12's hat. Ooh, don't know how much the camera will be able to pick that up, but it's a teeny tiny Jurassic Park logo on that hat, which is very cool. And then we've got a oh, I see what it is. Right, okay. See, this is the weapon that the Autobot uses, right? And it's supposed to look like the winch. Hang on, light, focus. There we go. It's supposed to look like the winch, the actual winch cable from the front end of the Jeep. So I imagine this actually plugs into that as part of the robot mod, which is very cool. A nice crystalline looking blast effect there, which I think is the spitting from the Dilophocon. And we've got the Barbasol can there. Obviously, Barbasol isn't an officially licensed product here, but we've got a representation, and with the Autobot logo as well. That's some very fine detail. And apparently, yes, you can remove the inside, and there, strangely enough, in translucent blue plastic, but there's the representation of the cryogenic canister container for the embryos. Very cool indeed. So put those to one side. Actually, pop them back in the box. and dispose of your tissue papers and stuff responsibly. I'll put that to one side as well, whilst we get sorted with this, shall we? We can see what's happening here. We've got tabs that fold in and push out. How do you play? Okay, so you have to completely unsellotape this area here to actually get the last tab out, to get the whole thing out. Right, okay. Right, so with all that taken out, that's what the Studio Series style display looks like. Very cool display, doing exactly what a Studio Series display is supposed to do, and exactly what Mattel keep forgetting to do on their own stuff. Because I've mentioned a few times how Mattel give us these wonderful backdrops for these figures and vehicle sets and what have you, and they have like plastic blisters glued to it, and it feels like, my guys, if you just tab it in, then we'll be able to take it out and use the thing as a display. But obviously Hasbro have had the foresight of the Transformers Studio Series idea. They've treated this with care and respect as any collector's item, so yeah, all good. Right, Dilophocon is out. Right, okay. Now to get this one out, but what they've done is that they've kind of sandwiched the part of the display box with the simple box that you really don't need to keep. What you have when you have this is that you have two options. You can either have this backdrop as normal, where the waterfall mound is in the background, or when you put this in, you can have it in the foreground. So it also gives the display a sense of depth that usual Studio Series backdrops don't tend to have. Finally! But worth it if you want this look, right? This depth of 3D appearance. Always try to dispose of your packaging responsibly. Hoo-yah! And there we go, there's the Jeep number 12. Nice. Pop him up there. And then this does look kind of funny. It's almost like, you're coming with us, and you know, kidnapping. And there we are. Very nice printing, very nice design. Ooh, the frills are independently articulated with joints that can pop off and up. That's probably that is actually probably why they are wrapped up, so they don't, you know, rattle around in the packaging. So the mouth opens as well, lovely, and that's where the spitting goes. But so we'll have that there. So yeah, initial impressions. I'm definitely liking how clean and concise this Jeep is. Apart, maybe not the feet at the back, but you can't have everything. And the Dilophocon, yeah, as not too bad. About as good as you can get for a Transformers dinosaur related figure, especially when they've just been doing the Beast Wars revival. Don't know if this is based on any mould in particular. It might have elements of pre-existing ones. I suppose a bit like that one. The only thing I would say is the size between them looks interesting. Because, as we know from the film, the Dilophosaurus is tiny compared to the Jeep. It's more that size. it's more that scale. Because obviously she had to fit her head through the door. But this is them in you know, she's towering over the Jeep. You know, it's like, whee! So yeah, interesting. Maybe the compactness of this Jeep alt mode will reveal itself to a more full effect when it's transformed. So, but whilst we have them in alternate mode, let's accessorize, shall we? So we've got this, the spitting venom that goes in here. So there's a hole here, there's a plug here, which is perpendicular to the rest of the thing, and you plug that in, and there we go. It's not a solid plug-in, it's more of a, feel your way until you feel confident with its plug. But yeah, that's not bad. And she can more or less let it hang loose. Yeah, but obviously when you close the mouth as much as you can, it does hold that in place with a bit more extra security. These two are for the robot mode. But this, I think, this winch thing we can put... Yeah, see, look, there's a peg there. Pop that on. Oops. I said pop that on. There we go. Yeah, and now the Jeep's complete. Oh, look, Mattel, it's got a stripe. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, there's a lever on the back that makes the mouth move up and down. That's an interesting choice. I wonder why the... Will you please focus? Yeah, I wonder why they decided that was an idea. Interesting. Okay. Dinobots, transform. Actually, it should be more... It's a Decepticon, isn't it? So it should be more... Dilophocon, transform! And there she is, Dilophocon in her robot mode. Surprisingly nice and simple transformation. Fairly intuitive. Yeah. And also surprisingly shares some things more in common with Cheetor, which obviously is a big cat, more than you'd expect Dinobots, for instance, who of course is a raptor. So yeah, that was an interesting surprise. Yeah, a screw in the side of the head though, that does kind of ruin the aesthetic a little bit. Hasbro, you've been doing that for quite a few years. But yeah, otherwise, nice figure. Got some nice range of articulation. Good selection of ball joints. We like a good selection of balls around here. And yeah, one thing I especially enjoy. This shin guard here is actually, you might have noticed earlier, it was up here in the dinosaur mode, and then it came down for the robot mode. It's like, okay, interesting. And then the effort made to make sure this frill is behind the head in robot mode as well as dinosaur mode. Nice. Also, according to the instructions, this tail can... Yes, right, okay. Got that off. So you can see it there. There's a little bit of interest. What you can do... Okay, it's a very stiff catch, this, but once you get it, it's like breaking a pair of shoes. Once you've done it the first time, then it'll be easy to do. You just have to be gentle but firm, and with enough dare to take a risk, and you can put the spitting effect in there, and you have a spitting tail blaster weapon. She is now armed. Head sculpt for the robot mode isn't bad as well. Very cool take. And even the head of the robot has dual crests on it, which I very much appreciate. Very nicely done. So yeah, it feels like this one doesn't really have anything familiar about it in terms of I've had this piece of joint in my hand before. I've done that maneuver before. There's some things that are similar that there's no real sense of, oh, this is a remold or retool of this figure. It feels mostly original, but with obviously engineering cues inspired from some other figures like Cheetor, for example, with the concertina head into the chest. So very interesting. Okay, now it's time for the Jeep. Now this needs the Optimus voice. Autobots, transform. And there we go. That's JP12 transformed into, well, the bot that's supposed to resemble Nedry. yeah, again, not a bad transformation. It feels like something new. It doesn't feel familiar. I say that, and I say that with a caveat for Dilophocon as well. I haven't experienced every single Transformer, so there may be moulds that these two are based on that I haven't actually experienced yet, but it does feel like to me these are brand new. Um, there's some familiar engineering tricks in this one that you see in many car-based Transformers, like the lower legs folding around the upper legs. You know, the whole hood coming down over the head. You know, stuff like that. And yeah, but all in all, feels like it's a very interesting, unique take on it. And I was expecting this one to be like almost like a retool of Hound from the War of Cybertron Siege line, because that was essentially a Jeep. It wasn't an official Jeep; it was like an alien Jeep, but they had basically used his original Jeep thing for the Siege line. But yeah, there we go, and get a close look at the head sculpts there. We can definitely tell that's based on Nedry. I've just noticed translucent blue parts for the headlights as well. Very cool. Although I don't think they were blue in the film, but I think this is more of the effect of nighttime. So yeah, it could be to do with that. But yeah, you can tell that's definitely supposed to be based on Nedry. It's even got his radio headset that he uses in the control room. But yeah. We shall accessorise him, pegs in the hard hats to align with notches on the head. So there we go. That's more or less on. And here we have the canister. Put that in. So there we go. That's his ticket out of here for millions of bucks. And what are we're forgetting his blaster? Oh no, we're not. It's right on his chest. See, you can do one of two things because it's on a single hinge there. You can have that swing out, so it's a chest-mounted blaster, right? So like from the chest, pachoo pachoo, or bit difficult to get out, but you get there in the end. Or have it like a normal blaster, like a normal human being who says locks instead of locking mechanisms. Still find that strange line. So there we go. The two of them together. See, once that's transformed, you can put him up there, but he sort of goes above the nice Studio Series diorama, which I suppose makes the removal of this make sense. So then you can put him and have him side to side. But for now, we shall do that. So fighting over the East Dock. So there we go, Dilophocon and JP12. And I do have the previous set here with them two. Are you awake? Come on, wake up. Are you awake yet? I don't think she's awake. Bonk. Okay, just get these two out. So like the previous set, these two were packaged in in alternate mode. So there we have also as well Tyrannicon Rex and also bought JP93. So I'm going to take a second to get these two transformed so we can have a good look at all four together for a very sublime collection. Hey, here's a joke for you. Well, what do dinosaurs do when they need to go to the toilet? They have a Jurassic pee. Yes. Wait a minute, wrong T-Rex Transformer. But I do love this mould. I do love this. Basically, Beast Wars Megatron mould. This is why I thought they'd use the Dinobot mould for a Velociraptor. But oh well. And there we go. Oops. 93, get it together. Both dinosaurs and vehicles transformed and ready for battle. And having all these four put together, damn, they do look good. Okay, so clearly there's a size difference, which kind of was expected. 12 is noticeably shorter and more stout than 93, which is fair enough. Of course, this figure, the T-Rex, is based on not just the T-Rex, but a leader class figure. These two are more deluxe / Voyager. That one might be classed as a Voyager. These two are definitely deluxe. But yeah, so cool to see them all together. If you can, it is definitely worth picking this new twin pack up with Dilophocon and JP12. This other set with JP93 and Tyrannicon Rex, they're still widely available. Like in Britain, you can still get them quite readily from game stores for about £40 or something. Which, considering when it was originally released, it was like 80 quid or something. That's a bargain. So, and considering how when these classes of figures are released on their own, they're usually about 50 quid now. So having that for £40, 50, even £60, it's a steal. So if you still haven't got this set with these two at the back, if you still haven't got that one, definitely grab it. Definitely worth it. And yeah, and this new set, I would say, definitely worth it as well. If anything, not just because it's Transformers and Jurassic Park, but you also have a very cool backdrop, which is reminiscent of the Transformers Studio Series figures, which is like the mini masterpiece figures. And then you have like look at that nice little crate, Jurassic crate box. See if you can get these two to stand on that crate, right? And then they are better sized, especially JP12, better sized with the others. Look at that! How cool is that lineup? So yeah, that is the Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Transformers Collaborative, Dilophocon and JP12. Really enjoy it. Really cool to have these two in the collection, especially with those two. Really nice transformations for both. It feels like they are mostly new figures. The only thing I would say for JP12, well, actually two things. First of all, his feet are very chonky. Which isn't a problem in and of itself, but as you saw earlier, when they are transformed into the vehicle mode, it makes the back end of the Jeep look a bit too much, if that makes sense. There's a bit too much undercarriage at the back of the Jeep. But other than that, the details are spot on, I think. They've done some really creative things with all the elements that blend both Jurassic and Transformers. Similar to the first set, actually, but I think they've just taken it a step further with these two. Especially with the new, basically the brand new molds, essentially. So yeah, the other thing I would say about JP12 is the name. Like JP93, it's not very inspired, but as well as that, JP93 was named because Jurassic Park came out in 93. JP12 was named because the Jeep is number 12. So by that rationale, shouldn't the Explorer be named JP04? Because when you have both of them together and you have JP93 and JP12, it feels like there's an in-universe naming convention where it's like, no, they're code-named in a very specifically similar way, but for different reasons. It's very odd, very peculiar. So I still say, like, the Transformers designs that I myself came up with, I did some myself. I came up with the name Expo for the Ford Transformer, and for the Jeep Transformer, I came up with the name Wrangle. So Expo and Wrangle, I think, would be better names for both. But of course, that's just me. Other than that, excellent sets, absolutely awesome. So yeah, recommend it if you can. With all that being said, thank you very much for watching. Stay rawesome to yourselves and each other, even when dinosaur, Decepticons and Autobot, Jurassic Park staff members are fighting amongst themselves. Always wash your dang hands, of course. And yeah, shall see you next time. Bye! You didn't say the magic word.